Hi, honey. Are you gonna come say hi now? No? You'll say hi eventually. Oh, I don't know if I really want to do this. Probably shouldn't, but I want to. What in the world will 36,000 coins get you in Magic the Gathering Arena? Today, you are about to find out. We are going to be spending all of my coins. We are going to be buying a bunch of Strixhaven packs. So we're going to hope that we can get some good pulls, and if not, we can always use our wild cards that we're going to get out of these packs. I have some decks in mind, and unfortunately I do not have the cards for said decks. I would use my wild cards, however, I have been using my wild cards and it shows in my collection. I know the best way to get wild cards is to just open packs. However, with my lovely 0 gems in my account, I have no other choice but to go for my 36 coins. I'm curious, if I spend all my coins on packs, what will I get out of it? We are starting on a blank slate. No packs. No packs just yet. Let's go buy 36. 1,000 coins will get us one single pack. Let me double check the daily deals. Sometimes they have packs in the daily deals, but it looks like today we're just dealing with cosmetics, which is unfortunate. So let's go for it. Can I buy multiples, or am I gonna have to buy these one at a time? Okay, I see how it's gonna be. Let me speed this up for you real quick. I don't think you want to see me do this. We're almost at 10,000. Should I get some other packs? If my main goal is to get those wild cards, maybe I should open some others. Strixhaven is the latest set, and I have ideas centered around Strixhaven. For the purposes of this video, and considering that Strixhaven just got released, we're gonna spend it all on Strixhaven. Well, we have successfully spent 36,000 coins. As proof, we have 36 Strixhaven booster packs. This is a little more than what a booster box will get you, but yeah, we're gonna open these bad boys up. We're gonna see what we can get with our 36 packs. Oakley dokley, we have our 36 packs. We can open 10 at a time. What? I didn't realize that there was an option. I've never had more than 10 packs in Magic the Gathering Arena. We're gonna take this slow. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. I spent 36,000 coins on 36 packs. I am opening each and every one up individually. Give me the satisfaction. All right. I'm seeing some wonderful red spells. We have Wandering Archaic. We are starting off strong. I love it. Beautiful. All right, next pack. Oh, getting that gold wild card. Yes, please give me that rare. Ooh, Draconic Intervention. Faithless Looting. I own this card in real life. It's very interesting. Don't know how I feel about the art, but yeah, very interesting. All right, we got some more red cards. Oh yes, we have some wild cards. That's what I'm looking for. We have Cody. We have Cody. God's Willing. Pay 1 white. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Scry 1. I could use this in some decks. I will for sure use that. All right, I'm seeing Demagoth. I am very happy I got another one of these. I already own one of him. He is very fun to play with. Selfless Glyph Weaver. Ooh, or Deadly Vanity. Pay 3, exile it. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Great. Or I can use it as a sorcery. Pay 8. Choose a creature or planeswalker, then destroy all other creature. Then destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. I would not mind this. I would not mind having this. I did say in a previous video I was gonna make a white and black deck. This would be perfect for it. All right, let's go. I am seeing some useful cards already, and we are making progress on our wild cards. That's what I need. That's what I need. Snakeskin Veil, very nice. Academic Probation, also very nice. We also have Humiliate. All right, I'm seeing some red cards. I'm seeing some white and black cards. I am excited. I am excited. Thrill of possibility. Very, very nice. Prismari command. Fun fact, Prismari, I took the quiz. I took the quiz online and the Prismari college is my college, so very, very beautiful. I also own this card in real life. It's very beautiful when it's foiled. Pay 3, choose 2. I love it. I love choices. I love it when cards give you choices. Those wild cards, yes, thank you. Even though it's a common, the more wild cards, the better. We have Infuriate. Infuriate's fun to play. Confront the past. Yes, I will take that. Thank you very much. Next one on the board, an uncommon wild card. I love it. We got Revitalize. We got the fancy art for Revitalize, which is beautiful. Strict Proctor. This artwork, okay. The artwork in this set is very, very nice. Flying, okay, so it's a pay 2 to get a 1/3 in the air. When a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. Here's the thing though, that would also count for my abilities that would trigger, but it could here's the thing though, it could work with some of the decks that are currently out. There are some decks that are using cards from the set to get away with some really janky combinations. They're fun to watch, but they're not fun to play against. Unfortunately, I have played against quite a few of these decks that all revolve around creatures entering the battlefield, so Strict Proctor could actually be handy considering the current meta in Arena, which I love but I hate. And we got a Thunderous Orator. Ooh, we got a mythic rare wild card coming up next. Thank you very much, Arena. Another Snakeskin Veil, Eye Witch, and another Draconic Intervention. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, Cultivate. Look at that beautiful artwork. Pay 3 to get 2 basic land cards. Sounds good. We got Detention Vortex. Ooh, pay 1. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be destroyed, or can't be activated. Or I can pay 3 to destroy it. Only your opponents may activate this ability, and it only as a sorcery. Oh, they could pay 3 to get rid of Detention Vortex. That's all right. It'll buy you some time, but I prefer permanent removal though. Ooh, oh, a red-white. So you have Flame Scroll Celebrant. Pay 2 to get a 2/1. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, it deals 1 damage to that player. That could come in handy considering all the triggered abilities that are going on currently, in standard at least. Or pay 2, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Or Revel in Silence. Pay 2 white. Your opponent can't cast spells or activate Planeswalker's loyalty abilities this turn. Ooh. Oh, that's really nice. I like the options. I like the cards that give you choices as to what to do. Ooh, we got a dual land. We got Explosive Welcome. Wow. Pay 8. Deals 5 damage to any target and 3 damage to any other target. Add 3 red. Ooh, that's solid. Urza's Rage. This artwork, again, the remastered cards I absolutely love. Pay 3 or pay an additional 9, so 12. This, let's see, the spell can't be countered. Urza's Rage deals 3 damage to any target. If the spell was kicked, instead it deals 10 damage to that permanent or player. The damage cannot be prevented. I like that it includes player. This could come in handy quite a bit. Oh, we have 2 dual lands. And in the colors that I want. Don't mind if I do. We're down to 25. We're 3 away from our mythic wild card. I am loving this. Divine Gambit, pay 2 white. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment an opponent controls. That player may put a permanent card from their hand onto the battlefield. This could come in handy either attacking something big and bulky that our opponent has, or if we ourselves have a really expensive permanent on the card, we could exile one of ours. But it says or enchantment an opponent controls, so it has to be an opponent. That's okay. That's okay. It's still in handy. This one. This is the one I wanted. This is the only reason why I wanted to play green-black in this deck. I want Harness Infinity. It's expensive as heck, but if you put a bunch of cards in your graveyard and you do not let yourself have a maximum hand size, there are cards that let you do that. This would be so fun to play with. I need to build a deck around it, and now that I have Harness Infinity as well. Adventurous Impulse, sweet creature or land card. I like it, especially because it only costs 1. Manifestation Sage. When it enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. I have played against this card. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Okay, I have seen this before. I've seen this before. This would be a really nice card to bounce from the graveyard or from the battlefield to your hands. We are making progress. We got a mythic, common, and uncommon wild card all from that pack. That was great. We have an Eliminate. I love it. Pay 2 to get rid of a creature or planeswalker. Oh, we got another one of these. Another one. Great. I know what I'm putting in my white-black deck. Oh, we also have this one. Pay 4, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Other creatures you control will get +1/+1 until end of turn. I'm really enjoying the cards that they're giving white and black. It's very nice. I appreciate it, especially since white is my comfort color. Another uncommon wild card. I'm not going to look at my total wild cards until all of this is over. I'm going to keep it as a surprise for me. We got another Divine Gambit, Thunderous Orator, and a Conspiracy Theorist. Ah, I didn't even know they had a card called Conspiracy Theorist. Oh, we're going to take a break momentarily. Eli says hi. Oh, okay. He also says goodbye. Yes. I could see this being useful if you were playing red and black. Put a bunch of cards in your graveyard, start exiling them. Auric Lore Mage, yes. This is, okay. This plus the Harness Infinity card, I believe it's called. This is the combination that I was looking at before the set was released. So if you have Auric Lore Mage, you can tap to search your library for any card and put it in your graveyard. So imagine having Auric on the board, tapping to construct the graveyard of your dreams, and then playing Harness Infinity to get all those cards into your hands. It works as well if you have no limit to your hand size, because otherwise you're in a little bit of a pickle having to discard a bunch of cards and putting them back into the graveyard. However, you could also play with multiple Harness Affinities if you don't have a card that lets you have an unlimited hand size. So I'm so excited. We have both the cards that I wanted for a black-green deck. And we have Mizzix's Mastery. Pay 4, exile target card that's an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. For each card exiled this way, copy it and you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. I can overload for an additional 8. Oh no, not an additional. If I pay 4, I can exile 1 target card to copy it and cast it. Instead of 4, if I pay 8, instead of 1, I can cast each instant or sorcery. If you were playing a mono red burn deck, which is also on my list of decks to build, this would be absolutely beautiful. Throw a bunch of burn spells into your graveyard, recast it. We're gonna have fun with this one. I am super excited for some of the cards that I'm pulling. All right, we got a good old shock. We have Lorehold Apprentice again. Red, white, Boros colors. I play that quite a bit, and I'm super excited for some of the cards that they're releasing in these colors. I'm super excited for it. Exponential Growth. This is another one that I wanted because you can double target creature's power X number of times. Meaning you can double it multiple times. This is so great. It's so great, especially if you have a lot of mana on hands mid to late game. Oh my heck, you can make a small creature really, really big. And imagine putting Exponential's Growth on a creature with trample. It would be so amazing, so fun. Another Divine Gambit. I think at this point we probably have a full set of those as well. With Kelpie Guide, pay 3. You can untap another target permanent you control or tap target permanent. Huh. That could come in handy quite a bit. Oh, we got a Simic dual card. So we can either pay 3 for a 3/3 with trample. As long as you control 8 or more lands, it gets +5/+5. Hot dang. Or we can play it as a sorcery. Pay 5. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn, except those creatures aren't legendary. This is so good. You could have multiple of the same legendary card. This is fantastic. This one's a fun one. I need to build myself a good old Simic deck. Fun fact, when I first started learning how to play Magic, my very first deck was blue and green. It was a Simic deck and it had everything to do with counters and it was glorious. We got an Uvilda and an Asari, which is fantastic. I love it. Umbral Juke. Pay 3. Target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, or you create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. It's solid. It's solid. I realized that we're also not getting lessons in every pack, so that's one thing that's different in the Magic the Gathering arena packs, is that you're not guaranteed a lesson, whereas the booster packs, if you go play paper Magic, you're guaranteed a lesson in every pack. We have Time Warp. When I first opened up this card in paper Magic, for a second I got super excited. I thought they had done a remastered version of Time Walk. I was a little let down, but this one, it's still so freaking solid. Pay 5 to take an extra turn. This can come into handy, especially with triggered abilities. I'm super excited about Time Warp. I'm glad I have a copy. Next pack, we got Quandrix Prodigy. We have Zimone right here. I love this artwork, by the way. It's great, gives you more choices as well. And we have Magma Opus. Pay 8. Deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets, which I enjoy. Tap 2 target permanents, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token, draw 2 cards. This has a lot going on for it. I can also pay 2 to discard it and create a treasure token. So this can come in handy if we're screwed for mana, and it gives us a lot going on. It gives us a lot of presence on the board, gets rid of our opponent's presence on the board. Very, very nice. I appreciate it. We got another wild card. I'm loving it. We got a Fracture, solid, strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. All right, I can put 1 in my hand, the rest in my graveyard, and a rare wild card. I think I started with 0 rare wild cards, so I'm curious to see how many rares we actually pull from 36 decks. Strixhaven Stadium, I like it. We can tap to add a colorless mana, and we put a point on Strixhaven Stadium. Basically, whenever you get 10 or more point counters on Strixhaven Stadium, your opponent loses. Now it says that player loses the game, so it doesn't say that you win the game. It says that player loses the game. So if you're playing an EDH commander style, it's whoever was dealt combat damage, which resulted in a point counter being added to Strixhaven Stadium. So if you're playing against multiple opponents, only one of those people are going to lose the game. However, if you're playing 1v1, you're only going to have one opponent. It's very fun. I want to try it out. I feel like it could be a good solid backup plan. Backup to your backup. Weather the Storm. Pay 2, you gain 3 life. What is Storm? When you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this term. You may choose new targets for the copies. Oh, so you can gain a lot more than 3 life with this one. We are down to 14, less than half of our packs to go. Adventurous Impulse. Zephyr Boots, pay 1, equipped creature has flying. I am okay with that. In addition to that, whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a card, draw a card, then discard a card. I am all for it, especially because I have a mono blue deck, which has Teferi's card in it. And so whenever I would draw a card, my opponent would mill 2 cards. Having multiple Teferis on the board in addition to Zephyr Boots could result in some fun milling. With Galazeth Prismari. Y'all, this one has some fancy like art to it. Like this is the normal one, but then there's like the full card art, and I drew 2 of those when I got my Strixhaven booster box. I got 2. It is great. Spoiler alert for some of my card opening videos, but you'll see those in a little bit. Pay 4 when it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, and artifacts you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. It's great, especially because it doesn't say that you have to sacrifice it. So if you create multiple treasure tokens, instead of tapping to sacrifice the artifact, you essentially get to keep it on as a land of any color, which is solid. I really like Galazeth Prismari. I want to play with him. I'm hoping I get some use out of him. Agonizing Remorse, pay 2, target opponent reveals their hand. I love it. Wormhole Serpent, solid. And Dream Strix. Ooh, this one, pay 3 for a 3/2 in the air. When it becomes the target of a spell, you can sacrifice it, and when it dies, you get to learn. So you get to pull a lesson card from outside the game. I am all for it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We have Shock, we have Team Pennant, and we have Verdant Mastery. I have seen this one. This lets you put a lot of land on the board. This is great with a wild card. My goodness. We have another Academic Probation. We have Decisive Denial. Pay 2, you get to choose one. Again, I love those choices. Yes, this makes me want to play Simic even more. Pay 1. Pay 1, you get to draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Y'all, this one I'm looking forward to using. I'm glad I drew it. Oh, that feels so good. That feels so good to draw. We got a Mythic Wild and an Uncommon Wild and a Blue Sun Zenith. Pay at least 4, but you can pay more. Target player draws X number of cards, shuffle Blue Zeniths into its owner's library. This could be good for yourself. It could also be good for milling an opponent out because you get to target who is drawing X number of cards. I love it. We're less than 10 away. Less than 10 away. We're getting some more wild cards on the way. Love the uncommon. Memory Lapse. Pay 2. Counter target spell. Yes. Yes. If that spell is countered this way, put it on top of its owner's library instead of into that player's graveyard. See, this is a good counter. However, I'm not too excited about it. The art is beautiful. The art is beautiful. However, I'm not too excited that the spell gets put on the top of the library again, which means they can draw and recast the following turn. I do love the artwork though. It's beautiful. If I could frame any card, it would be the remastered Memory Lapse card. Detention Vortex, Agonizing Remorse. I love it. We got some dual lands. Body of Research. Body of Research. Now keep in mind, this is in the color green, and green has a lot of abilities that let you give trample to creatures, so just keep that in mind. Keep in mind that trample exists in Magic, and listen to this. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your library. And just as a reminder, you don't have to have only 60 cards in your library in standard. You can have more if you want. You might screw up your mana curve, you might screw up your drawing, you might have to sacrifice some consistency in your deck. However, it would be a solid one to play. We're gonna keep on going. Claim the Firstborn. Y'all, this card. Pay 1, gain control of target creature with mana value 3 or less until end of turn. It gains haste. I love it. We got another Boros one and another Wandering Archaic. I love it. I love it. So now we have 2. We have 2 of these. We are 6 away. Hi, honey. Oh, are you gonna come say hi now? No? You'll say hi eventually. Conspiracy Theorist, another one of those. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. We got ourselves another rare wild card. We have another Selfless, interesting. And another Mizzix Mastery. Oh my goodness. I am convinced we have to put this in a mono red deck, a mono red burn deck. Alright, we got a Duress, we got a Fortifying Draught, and ooh! Alright, I see we got another one of these lovely green-blue cards. We have another one of those. I'm not gonna try to say the name of that card. I'm not feeling it. Last 3. Another wild card, another Shock, Double major. Ooh. Pay 2. Pay 2. Copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary. Yes, again, another card that lets you have multiple legendary creatures on the board without having to sacrifice one of them. We got a Revitalize, another Revitalize. We got another Prismari Apprentice and a Biblioplex, a good old Biblioplex. I think this brings my total Biblioplexes to 3. 3 or 4, I cannot remember. All right. Our last card of 36. Our last pack of 36. I apologize. What are we gonna get? All right, no extra wild card. We see Village Rites. Pay 1. In addition to that, you have to sacrifice a creature. You can draw 2 cards. We got a Mentor's Guidance. Pay 3. When you cast the spell, copy it if you control Planeswalker, Cleric, Druid, Shaman, Warlock, or Wizard. Scry 1, then draw a card. Solid, especially if you get to copy it. Ooh, we are ending strong. We have Plarg, Dean of Chaos. So pay 2, get a 2/2. You can either tap to discard a card and draw a card, or pay 5 to tap to reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary, non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast this way at the bottom of your library in a random order. This could be very, very handy in certain situations. Augusta, Dean of Order, you can pay 3 instead for a 1/3. Other tapped creatures you control get +1/+0. Wait. Why tapped creatures? I'm not quite sure when that would be useful. I guess if you have a spell where you get to target another creature and you have 2 creatures fight, I could see that helping. Other untapped creatures you control get +0/+1. That's more useful. When you attack, untap. Oh. Whenever you attack, untap each creature you control and tap any number of creatures you control. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to do my research because this looks like a really fun card. You get choices. Again, choices. I'm curious how people are using Augusta. I can't think of any way that I would normally use Augusta in any of my current decks, but I'm sure people are finding good uses for her. I'm gonna have to see. I know some cards have abilities that trigger when you tap them, so I'll have to do my research. Okay, we got a lot of good cards. I'm so stoked for them. But the big reveal is how many wild cards did I get from 36,000 gold? Because I have decks in mind. I just need the wild cards. So I don't remember off the top of my head how many wild cards we started with. I'm gonna put those on the screen over here so we can compare, but we got 29 common cards, 18 uncommon, 6 rare, and 6 mythic rare wild cards. This is gonna give us the ability to craft some really exciting decks. I'm a little bummed that we didn't get more rares than that. However, I'm gonna put the math on the screen right over here so that you know how many of each type of wild card we got that we made spending 36,000 gold. I'll be honest though, the cards that I did get, let me take a look at my cards. The cards that we did get from all those packs, I have quite a few cards that I wanted to craft regardless of whether or not I got them in a pack. So I'm super excited for the fact that we got quite a few cards that I want to use anyways, which means we're saving some wild cards at the very least. I'm super excited, especially with Harness Infinity. All I want to do is just use this with an unlimited hand size. That's what I want from this season. Feel free to subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to see any decks that I build with any of my beautiful new Strixhaven cards. And please take care of yourself until next time.